Okay, so I had not come out here today with the intent of recording a video. I just came to grab some breakfast and check on it, and I'm surprised to see they're making a lot of progress. And I'm going to give you a quick GoPro video of what's going down. I've left my 360 camera. I don't have a pole or extra batteries, but we got 45% battery for me to show you a thing or two. So here is that upstairs area that I was in episode 2, I think, where there was a big pile of lumber here. We were looking over the edge, and then I met Mayo downstairs. Here, you can see where they've got all this, they ripped off all the wood here, and these cross beams are stronger than I thought they'd be, in better shape. And you can see over here where this top building is, but I'm gonna have to get rid of this top building. That's a lot of wind catch area to blow her over, and a lot of mass to pull her over once she starts to lean. And I'm also thinking that I want to cut off the edge here. You see this walkway? This is all an overhang, right? Downstairs. There's a walkway right underneath this. So wind can come in and hit the side of the vessel down there and kind of propagate upwards and then catch this like a big lip that I think will give it leverage to torque her over to the side. So I want to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of this building, but I think I'm going to keep part of the table in there, so about right here will be cut off, right? Shoop. And you can walk around there, and just this counter area with steering wheel will be left just in the open with no windshield or anything, I think. I might cut off here as well, so you can walk both sides, I'm not sure. But the rest of the superstructure will all be removed. And you can see still where they've been cutting through all this. And a lot of this lumber underneath is actually in much better shape than I thought it would be. I thought there was going to be a whole lot more rot underneath all of this. At least with having to get rid of this roof up here, it'll probably free up all of this surface wood to be used downstairs to re-beautify places that are showing their age, so to speak. And then I'll try to show you something on the roof. See, I have to leave part of the ceiling here because this is where all my solar panels are. My solar array is all on top of here, and it's about 4.5 kilowatts, and I need that to power the ship. But I don't want an unnecessary amount of mass sitting up high so that when she's leaned over, it'll want to pull over. So that's, again, what I'm trying to limit and stop. So this is a bit overly built, overly beefy, some thick wood, all that for being an actual roof. But don't know if you can see it from this angle, but underneath the solar panels, there's this like aluminum framing rail that they're on. So I think I'm going to tear off basically this entire ceiling, roof, everything, and then just leave just that framing rail underneath the solar panels, and then build some sort of just small strut system to hold those up that's as light as possible, just like cables and aluminum. Keep it super light and open and airy to where air can go between all the panels. I want to limit the amount that the top of this vessel can be sort of a giant wind catch, and I want to significantly limit the amount to which it is a giant hunk of mass ready to pull her over, you know? I could walk around that way, but I don't know how much of this floor is walkable. Oh, let's do it. You need a better view, right? Let's go for it. You can see all these wires down in here, so all that's going to be nice and exposed for working on it. Here's this big fiberglass platform. And there's the sad engine room that's got to be removed. But again, I'll probably cut it off about here or so and keep this center section out to here. And then we're going to cut off the side of the ship on this side, so this rail will be here instead, so that I don't have a lip to catch wind. But you see, I expected a whole lot more of it to be rotten, sort of like this. But luckily, bad rot like this is actually pretty rare on the upper decks of the ship, so I'm happy about that. And they're still making good progress, even with all this rain. Here's the beautiful room we're going to be getting rid of. Sad days. Well, keep this intersection. I might keep it up to here just to keep the same controls. We'll see. But sad to see the room going, but she's got to go. I don't want to be stuck just staying in the calmest areas I possibly can. And as she sits, I reckon that's all she can sail in. The calmest stuff there is. And she's so heavy that if the wind was that calm, she probably wouldn't move much anyway. Well, here's this part of the floor. Big gaping holes. You can see down there they built this kind of makeshift flooring to stand on so that they can reach up and get their hands up in this and work on it. And again, this will probably all be cut off about right here. So stop here and then cut it off forward. I'll probably leave this up to maybe there or something, or maybe just to here, so that this can still be used and this whole deck can be entertaining back here. But forward of the stern, I'll get rid of this railing, I think. Maybe replace it with foldable solar. Then I can have less solar up here as a big wind catch and have it down there, and if the weather gets bad, they can be folded down along the side. We'll see. At any rate, I think that's most of today's little update. Hopefully it made some sort of sense. It wasn't too rambly and incoherent. Also, I'll show you this. Remember in the first episode where I was dressed like a pirate and I was poking the ceiling and talking about areas I'd have to do myself? Well, my crew has taken it upon themselves to be doing a lot more of the interior than I expected. I fully expected to be gutting and renovating the inside myself, as well as repairing the ceilings myself. But I've got others doing that labor for me, and apparently the budget hasn't gone up. So, I guess that's good. But up here, where all this was saggy, the wood's actually in halfway decent shape underneath. It's just this on top. They didn't seal it or anything, and water just got right down in there and soaked it through. Now that I see there's... Wait, why is there plumbing up here? Did they actually attempt to build some sort of drains, or is this just conduit, or... I'm unclear. Okay. Oh, also, in my head, I had figured that the bridge went forward to this wall, and that this room, shape and geometry continued all the way up. But it looks as if the bridge actually stops about here. Smaller than I thought. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess that's the end. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a short story so people on Facebook and Instagram can see what's going on. And then I guess I'll upload this video later. Well, there you go. It's 7-something minutes of rambling. That should be enough info for you to see something. Yeah. Bye. Thanks for watching.